As I entered the forest, my mind reeled without interest. Junction after junction after junction. Tired of decisions that amounted to no solutions. My shoulders sagged with each step, my knees budged under high pressure, and I fell to the ground. My life. All the declarations and impartations, the prophecies, promises, and big dreams. My life was a triangle from home to school to church, born and bred in the circle of believers. I could say squarely I was a Christian with a bright star and a big heart, but pressure came from all direct and indirect angles. I smiled through my tears as I recounted the nights of wetting my pillows with my tears, the weather for two I spent as one by myself, my ill luck finding a better half to make this 1 + 1 = 1. The difficulty to differentiate the why for my living from the experiences I've been through, or calculate the dimensions of God's love for me, the length, the breadth, the depth, the height. I couldn't integrate it into this equation of life. Not even a fraction of joy was left. It was rational to think of a probability that just maybe things would get better for me, but the statistics of my research showed that the variables were overwhelming to control. The rulers of darkness seemed to have power over my bodily functions to a degree. My God-given calculator was constantly malfunctioning. I'm human, but I spent time trying to prove myself like a theorem so I could at least be valued. I fell into regression, I slept in depression. The formula to solve this was not known to me. So I sank to the base, and now I knelt by a log as dead as I was inside. I said a last prayer in hope for a final answer. I waited, and I waited, and I waited. No answer. I tied the rope to a tree, about putting the loop, when I heard footsteps and a scream. He said, "No, no, no! You cannot take your life. You cannot leave us now. There's a problem you were created to solve." I said, "Who are you?" He said, "How did this become the best solution to your problem?" I wept so hard he drew me near, my head on his shoulders. I said, "This equation of life is not balanced. I'm living, but living with deficiency. There is a deficiency of me. This salt has lost its savor, this light is not shining. And I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to. In fact, I don't think I'm worth the price he paid. I don't think I can ever be forever free. Please, just allow me to put an end to all of this. Allow me put an end to all of this. He took the rope out of my hand and said, "No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's the enemy whispering to you, because there is no truth in him. The enemy wants to deceive you so you don't walk in your dominion. When you give in and eat the fruit, you are cut off from the vine and bear no fruit. You were not supposed to be perfect by yourself. Someone saw this deficiency and decided to supplement it. Now, I know this is not vitamin or mineral, but if you drink water, drop cup. Because if all you have is Jesus, You have something more than gold. He left his throne to bear a cross for you. You can now enjoy a balanced life, and you are complete in him. You have access to his body and blood that is better than wine. You see, you have God and have overcome them, because he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. Though the floods come and the winds blow, Christ in you, the hope of glory. When the storms of life come your way, when the voices swirl about your head, when the fire is heated 7 times more because you refuse to bow, you have already overcome. You've died and participated in his burial. Death no more has power over you. In fact, seated in Christ in heavenly places. So whatever might look like dirt around you, look again. You're not buried, you're planted. What was meant to bury you becomes the soil for your rising. A message out of your mess. A purpose out of your pain. Crowns for your cross and thrones for your thorns. Because all things work together for your good, overcomer.